name is Aixa Lopez. I'm an industrial engineer. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. My mom was a math teacher and my father was a police officer. So education, discipline, and structure were key and a main part of my upbringing. I became an industrial engineer because that field allows you to combine the innovative aspect of technology and the technical aspect of engineering. However, it also takes into consideration the human resource aspect of processes. The main goal of industrial engineering is to observe a process, identify the things that need to improve, and put in place ways and method to make that process a more productive and efficient one. Just to give you an example, to understand how industrial engineers work. Let's say you go to a bank and the waiting line is really long. An industrial engineer would observe the process and would identify challenges and obstacles that the employees may face. Also would talk to the customers to learn what the expectations are, and analyze everything, and would develop a plan to put in place either technology or other tools that the employee or the customer can use to improve the experience. In terms of education, most engineering colleges have 4-year, 5-year programs, and they incorporate work experiences through internships and projects. So I don't think that has changed too much. But when you graduate, the learning process doesn't stop. You still need to study, go to conferences, get continued education credits, ask, read. So technology changes so quickly nowadays that you need to keep learning and reading and going to classes and making sure that you are utilizing the best tools that will help you get to the goal that the client or the company is looking for. I have always been fascinated about making things work in the best way. When I look at something at work or in my personal life, I'm always thinking about how can I make this better? How can I make this better for my employees? How can I make this better for my clients? How can this be done faster, but in an efficient way, productive way, cost-effective way? Because something can be done faster, but if it costs you too much money and it's out of budget, that might not be the best solution. Having the chance of working in so many different industries. I started out in manufacturing, which allowed me to learn more about the science and the processes that create medical devices. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I started, everything was very manual, labor oriented. We had many employees working in manufacturing facilities, just making things, making stuff, doing things with their hands. Now it's not that way. Most of those tasks are being automated, and that's great. That has allowed people to become more technical and to learn other things. After I had my daughter, I started working for the government in Puerto Rico, and I became a director of public works, working with 200 men, construction, paving, maintenance, fleet, water and wastewater infrastructure. And that was an amazing experience. I would say that that was my favorite job. And why that was my favorite job, it was because it allowed me to understand the power that public servants have to make the life of the community better, to improve the life of the people. If you have the passion, the talent, and the skills to become an engineer, just go for it. Do not allow people to convince you to do otherwise. When I decided to become an engineer, I remember there were a couple of people that told me that engineering was not for women. And I am so happy that my family supported me because, I don't see myself being anything else but an industrial engineer. If you have good technical skills, innovative thinking, you are passionate about creating things from nothing, you might be a very good engineer. Look for people that are in the industry and can tell you what it takes to become an engineer, and that can help you, that can mentor you, that can coach you. Once you are in the field, make sure that you surround yourself with those people that are positive and encourage you to do better and to learn and to give you opportunities. I have been blessed to have people that have believed in me more than I believe in myself, and that have pushed me to try new things and to try new industries, and that has been a great blessing for me and for my career. So, human beings have the ability to learn, and if you can learn, you can do anything. Keep pushing and showing people what you can do, and allowing the world to know who you are, what you're capable of, and what can you provide to make things better for people. So I encourage you to keep pushing yourself, to go for it, and to enjoy the process.